Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice radio, so today we're going to be looking at cards that we need again. Cards that we have right now, but we won't have in the future. Now, I am going out on a limb and saying with some level of certainty that the next rotation is going to be Sun and Moon on, which means we are only going to be able to play Pokemon trading card game sets from Sun and Moon onwards. Hence a whole Sun and Moon on. I'm fairly certain about that. I will do a video, or will have done a video. I'm not entirely sure when this is being uploaded, but if I've already done it, it'll go in the description. Otherwise, I'll do it soon. The point is that we're going to lose a whole bunch of item cards, and today we are focusing entirely on item cards, not Pokemon, not supporters, and I am showing you 10 item cards that I want reprinted before we have our rotation. So first up, because I needed a 10th to make it a nice round number, Greedy Dice. I like Greedy Dice. Now, you can only play it if you draw it as a face down prize card, flip a coin. If heads, you take another prize card. Now, to be fair, there was a Whimsicott deck on which I did a video, link in the description, that used this quite nicely, and everybody's always said that it could be used with Guzzlord and the GX attack that takes extra prizes. No one's ever really used it that well, but there's just so much potential here. I don't think it's had its time to shine. I'd like a reprint. A card that I desperately want a reprint for, however, is Heavy Ball. Now, in this video, I'm only looking at cards that we currently have that we're going to lose, but I'd quite like Level Ball to come back as well. Heavy Ball lets you search for any Pokemon with a retreat cost of 3 or more, and Level Ball is 90 HP or less. And it's just good Pokemon search. It's really good in decks like Vikavolt, Tapu Bulu, where both Vikavolt and Tapu Bulu have a high retreat cost. I like cards that are really good in some decks, but are kind of awkward to use so they're not overpowered. Heavy Ball fits that beautifully. I would love a reprint before we get the rotation. How about Professor's Letter? Professor's Letter is like a double energy search, and it's so much better. Just search your deck for 2 energy, put them into your hand. It's really good with Pokemon like Magnezone where you can just attach them straight away, but it's just generally good. Now, I know we've got Pow or Ikorio, which kind of does the same thing as an ability, but then you've got to put it onto your bench, and that's a little bit of a pain. We've, of course, got Ribombee, which again has it as an ability, and it's every turn, but it's a stage 1 Pokemon. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a good card that any deck can use to search for basic energy. I really want it back. But sometimes those energy end up in a discard pile. I want a reprint of Super Rod. And it's really simple, and I think this one will be reprinted because it generally is. We've got Energy Recycler that you can use to get back energy. And we've got Rescue Stretcher that can be used to get back Pokemon. But sometimes you want a mixture of the two. Now, we've currently got Brock's Grit, although we expect that to be rotated as well, so we're going to lose that. I don't want to have to play separate cards to recover my energy and my Pokemon. I want to be able to do it all in one card. I really want a reprint of Super Rod before the rotation. I also want Town Map. Town Map basically just lets you flip over your prize cards. Now, you can't use it with Greedy Dice, because Greedy Dice, it's got to be a face-down prize card. Otherwise, Town Map Greedy Dice would be a wonderful combination. But sometimes you get Pokemon or other cards prize that you don't want prize. Take something like Persimmon, for instance. Persimmon needs all its Persimmon out. Now, I know you've got Gladion, which is a supporter that allows you to switch it with one of your prizes, which essentially allows you to get a card from your prizes, but it's your one supporter for the turn. Celesteela can turn your prize cards up as part of its once per game GX attack, but not every deck can use these. I want a nice card that can be used by every deck. I want a reprint of Town Map. And I want a reprint of Puzzle of Time. Puzzle of Time is a great little card because it really, really helps you out if you're willing to go to a bunch of effort. You've got to play 2 of them at once for it to be particularly useful, but if you play 2 of them at once, you get to take 2 cards from your discard pile and put them into your hand. Now, it's gotten a lot better lately with Zoroark. Zoroark uses its trade ability to discard 1 card from its hand while drawing 2. And that means that you can draw extra cards without getting rid of the existing Puzzle of Time, so you can try and draw a second while you've got 1 in hand. It makes it more likely that you'll hit a double Puzzle of Time, and I like this, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's really good, I think it's really helpful, and I think that every deck can use it. I want Puzzle of Time back, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know if we'll get a reprint. If I had to guess, I'd say we probably wouldn't, but I still want one. And the last card that I want, but it's not in the top 3, Captivating Pokepuff. Another one of those cards that looks like it's got so much potential, but has never really seen that much play. It's just an item card that allows you to look at your opponent's hand and bench their Pokemon for them. The thing is, every so often we get weird little Pokemon with weird little attacks that can really take advantage of this. Think about the Fight Alone Lucario that does more damage depending on how many fewer Pokemon you are playing than your opponent. Captivating Pokepuff really works. Or the new Empoleon coming out that does 20 damage for every Pokemon on each player's bench. Captivating Pokepuff is a really fun card to use to try and force your opponent to bench their Pokemon. The thing is, a lot of the time you'll whiff on it. This isn't some overpowered card that breaks decks wide open. It's just a good little card that can help some decks, but it's awkward to use. I don't want these massively overpowered item cards back. The kind of item cards I want back are ones that can help every deck, or ones that are really good but kind of awkward to use, so you've got the risk-reward factor. But there are 3 item cards that I really, really want back more than the others. Number 1, Devolution Spray. You get to devolve one of your Pokemon. Now, most of the time, that's not a particularly useful thing. It's not the kind of thing you'll want to do. But then you end up with stuff like Raichu from Burning Shadows, whereby when you evolve it up, automatic paralysis. So you use Devolution Spray to devolve so you can evolve up another Pikachu, get paralysis every turn. Then you use Heatmore from Burning Shadows, whose Oversleuth attack allows you to just flip coins and get those Devolution Spray back from your discard. It opens up new strategies. Now there is a potential that this could one day make a particular deck completely broken, but for the time being it's just a fun little card that helps lesser played Pokemon like Raichu be kind of cool and get some play. And they are the kind of cards that I want back. I want a reprint of Devolution Spray. And I think we need a reprint of Special Charge. See, we don't have many good ways to recover special energy at the moment. Now there's some Pokemon like Gardevoir and Decidueye that have specific GX attacks that allow you to get those special energy cards back, but generally it's really hard to recover them. We've basically got 2 ways to recover special energy at the moment using item cards. We've got Special Charge and we've got Puzzle of Time. We're losing them both. This is a travesty, because special energy cards are really, really good. Stuff like Double Colorless Energy, which isn't being rotated, and Strong Energy, which, to be fair, probably is. But even so, we need to be able to recover them, and it makes me sad that we can't. But the number 1 card that I want reprinted as an item is Max Elixir. I adore Max Elixir. Max Elixir lets you look at the top 6 cards of your deck, and if you find a basic energy there, you can attach it to a benched basic Pokemon. It's seen a little bit of play and success with Darkrai. It's seen a bit of play and success with Volcanion. And more recently, it's seen play and success with Buzzwole. It takes these Pokemon whose attacks should be a little bit expensive and makes them viable, and I love that. And the fact that it's been used with Darkrai, Volcanion and Buzzwole really shows the breadth of different decks with which it can be used. This isn't one of those cards where you go, well, that makes that deck totally overpowered. No, it makes all decks good if you're playing basic Pokemon, which is lots of decks. It makes me sad that we're losing Max Elixir, and of all the cards on this list that I want reprinted, I want Max Elixir printed the most. But as with all of these kind of videos, I want to hear from you guys. Firstly, I want to know which item cards you want to see reprinted. And secondly, is it worth me doing more of these videos? If this video is popular enough, if it gets enough views and comments and likes and all that good stuff, I'll do more. Supporter cards I want reprinted, Pokemon that I'd like reprinted, or at least equivalent thereto. Go nuts! Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWossy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. Please check out my video game channel, Wossy Plays. We've done a couple new videos on there lately, and it's going to keep going. Check it out, help it grow. I would be delighted. And if you want to support the channel, get some bonus pods and so on, you can do so by going to patreon.com/PTCG Radio. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.